So I built this little helper. I really need something adjustable with like a wheel on, so I can level heavy this. So I'm going to drill a larger hole just on the top, so I can fit the bolt head and the socket. So now I'm just going to need to drill this as well, and as if I was a magician. Ta-da! So it's like this. The bolts are way too long. These are actually made for like a body 2-inch body lift kit, which I actually have. The guy who started to restore the chassis had these bought, probably made, to lift the body 2-inch. I have old crusty rubber, but actually the rubber is in good condition. I mean, it's soft, no cracks. They are better than they look. But anyway, I found new, all the rubber new. And I found these as well, new. So I have everything. I mean, bags with those washers on. Genuine Land Rover parts. So the guy who started to restore this car really meant business. He wanted to do a really good car out of this. Sadly, he let the body sit and rust outside. Well, sadly. I'm just changing the body. So the chassis and axles and everything was in top-notch condition. But the chassis don't look restored. It actually looks like it's always been in very good condition. I have the original license plates for it, the old one from 1976. Actually 12 years on the road. The last tax was in 1988. So that's fantastic. So I found the 4 engine mounts, the 4 body mounts I need for these 2 rails. I will call them rails. But you're saying I'm missing one. Well, check this out. I mean, I have all of them in its original packing. I mean, these are bought in the 80s. That's cool. Way. Well, these bolts are way too long. I actually found 4 good ones that I think was in the... yeah, these have been to the old gearbox bracket, going through the frame and bolting the gearbox brackets like a cross member in the frame. I'm going to use these to hold these 2. I have to drill a bigger hole. I should have known. You see, the rubber is not, it's a space on both sides, because the rubber looks like this. So I need to drill a bigger hole in this one so this can go through. Cool, yeah. Jumping, there we go. I'm jumping back and forth with everything, I feel like. But I'm setting ride height and the shock that's the hard word. I'm setting ride height and the shock absorbers. See how much in travel and out travel I have. And I have about 14 centimeters of in travel, and I have about this much out. That's about 25-30 centimeter out travel. That should be more than plenty good. And trying how much in and out travel I can get before it start hitting stuff. So the engine is quite close to the front axle. The oil pan is very close to the front axle, but I don't see that as a problem. I have a plan. I'm going to use double washers here. So I move the front axle about 10 millimeter forward, and then it's absolutely no problem here. The drive shaft has no problem with going 10 millimeters, being 10 millimeters longer. No problem at all. So I see no problem with moving the front axle 10 millimeters forward. Broken in springs. These springs are quite old. I mean, they are rusty, but they are perfect for this car, for the ride height. So I'm using those. This is loose. Yep. These are adjustable in 4 steps. It's not going to be easy to reach this one between the spring. Yeah, so I'm going to install those. Since I don't have the right hardware for these, I can't. This one is supposed to be like this, and I don't have the right nuts for them, so yeah, that's why I'm building a bit here, a bit there, and I'm constantly waiting for parts. Parts I didn't know I needed. This is why it takes such a long time to build. I tested how much this one can go out, the bulkhead. I'm going to make that 10 centimeters deeper. So the feet get 10 centimeter more space in here, and I'm going to lean that a little bit and going straight up and place the brake pedal and brake booster. Hopefully the brake booster fits under the wing and don't hit the wheel and don't hit the shock tower. So yeah.
Tomorrow.
Here I am measuring the petrol lines from the tank and to the bulkhead. What I don't know here is that I'm going to have a hose from the bulkhead up to the engine, right, to the carburetor. So I'm measuring all the way to the carburetor, as you can see here. Petrol tank goes to the frame, to the bulkhead, and from here up I'm going to have hose. Much easier and less less places it can leak, so yeah. This is a cool tool I bought just for this job, which I'm going to use a lot now. A pipe straightener. Sadly those are a bit costly and they can only do one size of pipe, so I can't use this one for the brake line, for example. But it does the job really good. Pipe is straight as a pipe. As you can see, I have a friend with me. Same friend that helped me shop the roof on a Model A. Yeah, here it is. Looks like that. 4 wheels. Straightening it. Here's the maker. Quicks UK. Bought it here in Sweden. So cutting the pipe 1 meter too long. I don't know that yet. Here's a trick. After I deburr the pipe, I just put some cloth in and blow it out, so I clean the pipe real good. And put some electrical tape on the ends. Keep the pipe clean inside. Yay! Looks good!
Oh ja.
Here's the fantastic pipe bender from Eastwood.
Vilka grejer det?
It works... If you are Atlas, it might work good. Yeah, quite hard to bend this kind of pipe. And makes a kink, little kink in the pipe. It probably made for copper pipe. Here we try to heat the pipe. That works a little bit better. You can't make a 90 degrees bend with this one. You can adjust where the pipe is going, but you can't make magic. So here's a bend with heated pipe. It looks better. Yeah. So I'm going to have a hose from the petrol tank to the line, of course, but longer hose than I expected. Here is how clean the tank is now after I removed the bird nest. Looks really good. So this is it for this episode. Sorry for being a bit boring. Nothing is ready. I start making 100 things, nothing gets ready. But yeah, this is how I work. So hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Give me a comment. Tell me what you think. If you didn't like it, well, thanks for watching anyway. So, see you in the next one. Hopefully that one is a bit more interesting, getting things ready here and there. So yeah, have a good day. Goodbye.